Let me tell you a little bit about Belize for those of you who don't know it. Luckily, I've had the opportunity to travel to Belize before this trip, and Denver gets to enjoy it for the first time. Belize is a small country to the east of Guatemala and south of Mexico, right along the Caribbean Ocean. And the country has both beautiful, dense jungles and rainforests, and keys and beautiful Caribbean tropical waters. We'll be spending a majority of our time here in the jungle in Satwa, but one of the questions I hear a lot about Belize is it safe? Well, I am an international traveler and a woman who's been traveling by myself for business for the last decade, and I can tell you unequivocally, yes, it feels very safe to be here in Belize, whether you're in Belize City, which is very busy, or whether you're out in San Ignacio or Belmopan or any of the other areas in the interior of the country. What I always recommend to travelers who are nervous is to check what the United States State Department says about travel. They have advisements for every country that you might travel to. There's a few other things about Belize that make it super easy to travel to. One is you can use US dollars here. It's just a 2-to-1 ratio, so for every $1 US, you get 2 Belizean dollars. You can use American cash when you go, and you'll get some change in US and some change in BZ, which is cool. Another great thing is that the national language here is English because it used to be a commonwealth of the British Empire. So now it is its own independent country. In the 80s and 90s, it had unrest because they were going through independence and war. That's all stabilized and calm now. But the great thing about that is they still maintain a national language of English, which makes it very easy for our travelers coming in from the United States. There's a lot of diverse cultures here, however. They have wonderful Mayan heritage, and you'll see a lot of primary Spanish speakers. They have Creole speakers. There's local indigenous languages as well. So really rich history, really beautiful cultures. And we get to experience that while we're here as well. I am so thrilled to be able to go with all of you to Zunantunich, which was one of my favorite Mayan temples I got to visit during my last trip. We get to take a hand-cranked ferry across a river, go up a beautiful walk that goes along howler monkey-filled forests over to Zunantunich, which is a beautifully, beautifully restored Mayan heritage site. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's Mayan temples and beautiful fields and amazing carvings that are thousands of years old. It's so cool to see. So we'll be able to experience all of that and more while we're here in Belize. We also have a day where we're doing a half-day excursion to that gorgeous tropical water that we talked about earlier. So I cannot wait to experience this country with you and see it fresh and new through all of your eyes.